The fight for the future of the human race. We are living in a period of convulsions and transformations. The course of events during the next 2 or 3 years will doubtlessly determine the character of human history during the next 2 or 3,000 years. And the crucial factor in this world movement is America. Many years ago, our people faced a more portentous hour. The nature of the contest and the quality of the conquest are indicated in the words of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States. These documents embodied the everlasting principles of righteousness, eternal life principles. Not too long after that, our nation once more faced a more portentous hour. The spirit of the conflict and the tone and caliber of the victory that was won are set forth in the Emancipation Proclamation and in Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. Therein are embodied the underlying, undying principles of righteousness, godliness, faith, eternal life principles. Then we faced again a more portentous hour. Not national issues alone, but world destinies are now involved. It is the fight of faith. It is the battle of the ages. It is also, very definitely, a contest for righteousness and godliness, eternal life principles. America must join forces in order that truth crushed to earth may rise again. In a very real sense, the future of the human race depends upon the strength of our arm, the keenness of our sword, and the measure of our consecration. This is America's holy fight. We battle for the human race that civilization may be purified. We believe that international fellowships were really binding together the peoples of the earth, and that such a world was steadily growing better. Such confidence has been rudely shattered. We boasted of the enlightenment of our splendid century of civilization, and lo, it has collapsed before our eyes. It was, after all, a brilliant but shallow scheme of things. It was egotistical and inferior. It was both sordid and pretentious. It was honeycombed with materialism. Its glory was that of the moonlight, pale and cold, not that of sunlight, warm and life-giving. It was a cheap, pleasure-loving, time-saving cultus. Now our systems and theories and smug conceits have been thrown into the blast furnace. The tinsel and varnish are being scorched off. The dross is being burned up. Through the discipline of threat and trial, we are being brought to understand the significance of the eternal simplicities of righteousness and faith, which underlie all healthful national and international life. These we are resolved to support and defend to the uttermost, in order that civilization may be purified. The citizen hosts in all our homelands and all the people of everywhere who believe in righteousness must have a clear-cut conviction with reference to the supreme issues. They must realize that only power that can save society, the only force that can redeem the world, is spiritual in its essence. It is not guns that will regenerate, nor powder, nor shot, nor bayonet, nor even the men who fight, but the eternal life principles which lie behind and beneath. America represents democracy with all that great word implies. We represent, in varying degrees, a vital faith. These free peoples do not love war. They do not invite war. They believe that war is a superfluous survival of savagery. But when an enemy declares war and wages war in swift and fearful fashion, exercising the most merciless methods, our very civilization is threatened. And there is only one recourse. The fierceness of the lion can only be met by lion-like fierceness. After much yawning and rubbing of eyes and hesitation and debate, we must now have our souls in it. Today we say America must be saved. Honor must be saved. Civilization must be saved. Therefore, we must fight, fully awake. We must not sleep again. The genius of American humanity must not suffer us to fall again into slumber. We battle for the human race so that we may stand erect. We battle for the human race that the soul may have its great chance. The imperial dignity of our human soul is established. And we must face it with the searching question, what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? The primary fault of this day and age is a deep fault of the soul. The capacity for the spiritual has become atrophied. Spiritual values, personal values have been eliminated. There are many fogs that have hidden the high summits. The immortal impulse has failed. There is an overbearing and unhumorousness in the soul of humanity. That is a fundamental trouble. The inner light has failed. Where there is no vision, the people perish. We have been convinced by strong men of elemental impulse to be lustful and fast followers after vicious pleasures, of such a type of the modern man. For him, gentleness is weakness. He harks back to the brutal instead of struggling forward towards the spiritual. So many who we look to as leaders storm in the ears of the people the battle hymn of hate. It is an impure and centralized losing of the soul. Now shall this soulless autocracy despoil the soul and corrupt the life of the whole world? America answers, what is the plane of our absolute unity? What is our unquenchable purpose? Be it our fate to save the soul of the world from tyranny, from insufferable egoism, from degeneracy. This is a calling to become more and more definitely a grand campaign for righteousness, to undertake the recovery of our present day, a crusade of the freedom-loving peoples to recover the power of a truly free world and to restore freedom to the world. We are called to a new vision and a new responsibility. To America, the appeal comes: who then is willing to consecrate his or her service this day unto the best intentions for the best outcomes at this time of supreme crisis? Who will give a wholehearted and ready response? Or will we miss our chance and lose our grip? Our response should be that, with perfect heart, they offered willingly.